On the ropes against the defending Eastern Conference champs. That's where we find the New York Rangers facing elimination in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Anthony Rivera, co-host of the Total Hockey Podcast, joins me now to discuss. And Anthony, I can't think of a more difficult scenario. On the road against the defending conference champion Florida Panthers in a must-win. What do the Rangers need to do tonight if they hope to force a Game 7 at the Garden?
They can't allow the Florida Panthers to control possession. They've been in control for most of the series, even in Game 3 that the Rangers took away from them. They were still kind of in control of the puck and in control of the possession of play. They need to get settled in the offensive zone. The Panthers right now kind of holding all the cards. And what would really help the Rangers is to draw some penalties and get that power play working, because it worked so well against the Capitals in the first round and then the Hurricanes in the second round. They really need that to help them get through and force this Game 7 against the Panthers.
It's interesting you bring up the power play, right? It's been well chronicled throughout the series. The Rangers are struggling to get good shots from their top line scorers. With the season on the line, what do you think we need to see from the likes of Panarin, Kreider, and Zibanejad?
Well, Panarin has been a great facilitator during this playoffs and helping Trocheck in there, helping Lafreniere score goals. But these guys, you look at Panarin only has 4 goals. Zibanejad only has 3 goals. Kreider has 8, but he only has 1 goal in this series, and that's on the shorthanded goal that he scored a couple days ago. So the Rangers really need this line and these stars to step up, especially Panarin, who was most likely the MVP of, he could have been like an MVP of the entire league for most of the season. So I would like to see Panarin step up his game and get into the scoring action. But, Kreider's always going to stay in front of the net, and Zibanejad also needs to step up his game as well.
Igor Shesterkin, he's been tested throughout this series, right? And he stood up against that Panthers offensive onslaught. We got to give him credit on that. But have the Rangers been relying too much on his defense in this series?
Yes and no. I mean, he is the reason why this team is basically in this series. He's got a .924 save percentage, 2.67 goals against per game. They really rely on him, and he is the star goalie. So there's going to be a lot of reliance on him on defense. But like we said earlier, it's that offense that really needs to help him out and get some goals so he can find a little bit of comfort there. He's going to be as strong as possible, and he always is, and I think he'll be fine in Game 6.
It's always interesting in these potential closeout games. There's that we've been here before, right? That the Florida Panthers, the defending Stanley Cup finalists, while this is the first trip for the Rangers under first-year head coach Peter Laviolette, do you think that comfort level from the respective clubs will play an impact in the performance we see in Game 6 tonight?
I think for the Florida Panthers, yes. Because, like you said, they have been there before. And I think this is a team on a mission. They just missed out winning the Cup last year. They had a lot of injuries during the Cup run last year. And, they barely backed their way in. This time they ran roughshod on the league. And they were, like I said, on a mission to win this Stanley Cup. With the Rangers, a lot of these – I know this is Peter Laviolette's first time with this team, but a lot of the players were here when the Rangers went to the Eastern Conference Final a couple of years ago. So I wouldn't be shocked for the Rangers to come in here and win a Game 6. I still had the Panthers winning this in 7, but, going back to MSG at home is going to be tough for the Panthers if the Rangers come up here and win. So it's, impervious for the Panthers to take care of business here and win in Game 6. But if they don't, the Rangers have a better chance than any team.
Should be a lot of fun. Once again, Game 6, the Rangers facing elimination on the road against the Florida Panthers. Anthony Rivera, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.